Good morning. How's everybody doing? I feel like I've been kicked by a horse. Your juice was first. Cormore C Day. Hello. You're not a first time chatters. You've been here before. But hello. Hi. I don't recognize your name. I'm sorry. You changed your. Kong, why did you change your name? Fantasy was third. Necromancer was fourth. Mr. Brightside, I haven't seen you in a long time. I have never once changed my username unless I absolutely had to. You've discussed it. Look, a lot happens in my chat. But good morning, everybody. My back is killing me today, and it's not because of anything I did, it's because I got my COVID shot yesterday. And it feels like I have been kicked in the chest, the upper part of my torso from behind, specifically right below my shoulder blades, just two big hooves, just bam. So, 20 streams straight from Yodos. Oh my god. Thank you for giving me your time, Mew. Time is precious. There's never enough of it. But when we're young, we seem to have infinite of it. What's happening up here? Mr. Brightside is lurking. Thank you, Mr. Brightside. Enjoy your stream. You're just hiding down in the crypt for now. Very nice. The Crypt Keeper's key. Ow. Conk just changing their username. Why would you change it? Now I can't say unshrimp thine spines and become lobster anymore. We no longer have a conch lobster. It's funny because I was looking at your name and I'm like, I don't know that name. And the picture is different too. And then but I was looking at the color and I'm like, but that's Conk's color. I was trying to draw last night. I was very unsuccessful at drawing. But I did find another pretty reference picture. Look at that. Look at that handsome dude in that very pretty bright blue underneath the clear. That is so gorgeous. The layering. The layering is so good. I theoretically have access to a serger now, so I can do more advanced projects where I don't have to worry about fabric fraying so much. But I've also learned some new techniques. There's a you can make your own fray check with cornstarch and water. I learned that from a video last night. I think I sent that to Neff. Speaking of which, I'm gonna send Neff a meta reminder now. Just send them his medicine time gif. Everybody, it's time for your magic maracas if it's in the appropriate time for you. Or if you haven't taken your vitamins today, say you forgot, and you need to take your vitamin C or vitamin D, take those because it's good. Sorry I took so long to get upstairs today from making my coffee. I forgot to turn on the kettle. I went to go prep everything, and I forgot to turn on the kettle, so I had to wait a little extra longer. Cormorus CD just doesn't roll off the tongue as well as conch lobster. I'll miss my crustacean. Are you still a conch lobster, or can we still call you conch? I'm confused now. What do I do? My whole world is turned upside down. But yes, I theoretically have access to a serger, so I can do some more advanced sewing projects. And also, I learned how to make your own fray check, which is a substance that you put on the edge of fabric to prevent it from fraying. Normally it's a product you buy, but you can make it out of cornstarch and water. And I learned that from somebody making a 1920s chi pao on Bernadette's channel. A video that I didn't see when it came out 5 months ago, and I'm shocked. Look, I have to ask whether I can call you conch still, because it's no longer your name. What if you don't want me to call you conch? I have to ask. I have to make sure. I was gonna come in and be like, who's this new person? I'm in pain. Also, I want to go to the language folder for a sec. What's this? That's the notes. These are the notes. I need another notes. There's so many colors on this. There. Those are two things I know. We now have two words in Demora. No and you informal. I have no idea what I'm doing today, guys. Aw, poor necromancer, neglected. I just think necromancer hasn't had a chance to talk to you very often this week. The conch is busy a lot with school now. Uh, I don't know why I know this, but pizit is like saying shut it. If you say pizuat, it's shut at you or basically STFU. If you say it with enough inflection. I don't know why I chose that. I think I was thinking of just like short phrases. It came from one of those half asleep, half awake states where you're like still dreaming. I might have been angry in my sleep at some point. But language doesn't have to make sense. I'm sorry, my coffee cup's in the way of my hand, in the way of my mouth. I'm not sure I can stretch right now, Necromancer, but I will try. Thank you for the hydrate. Everybody else try and stretch. Oh, no, I can't. I can't stretch. No stretches today. Ow. There it is. Go. Uh. I mean, language never makes sense. That is very true. I just know that pizza is basically the equivalent of shut it. Doesn't mean it's that exact term, but it's a very direct. Just look at Norwegian, it's a jumbled mess of letters, yeah. I mean, you could make that argument for any language. But in this case, saying pizit is sort of the same as saying yame. For like in Japanese, when I say yame, I mean stop. But it's a very like truncated, almost commanding or demanding. Because in Japanese, yamete means stop it, but also yame also means stop it, and then yamete kudasai is also stop it, but it's please stop it. Demora has that kind of structure. Very much, Pizuet is, along the lines of habitual line crossers Russia saying, "You shut up your mouth." So Pizuet is basically STFU. We're starting with curses in our language, but I think that kind of works for Demora. I don't know why, but it just does. I mean, they are demons and they're kind of petty, and it makes sense. I'd say they're vapid, but they're not. They're more direct. Always the first thing you learn in a language. Yep. So in the case, Pizuet would be STFU. Uh, just Pizut is just like shut it. And Ia comes from probably the Japanese Ie, which is no. Whereas Ia in Japanese is more of a it's still no, but it's more of a shouted no, like yeah. You know, it's Darth Vader going no. And I think that just stems from running out of air as you scream the word no. When your no is entirely made out of vowels. Because in Japanese it would be I-I-E is E. So, yep. So we have 3 words. 3 words. One of them is conjunctive to make a swear word. And that's all I know. We'll get there. We'll just keep adding words to the Demora dictionary. Pasta check. For Neff. Everybody on shrimp thin spines. Become Komoroside. Become conch lobster. Everybody on shrimp. Give your torso a little stretch, a little back and forth. Seaweed in the ocean currents. And hydrate. Everybody drink. Drink, 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 drink. How you doing, Neff? Remember to take your meds. I'll have to send you med reminders now. Just in case you forget. I've done that before. Oh yeah, I went to the website and I found the boots.
Necromancer Dark says at Nefficus Meds.
At Nefficus Meds, yep. Alright, you need food for that. Go eat something. Yeah, I went through their website and I found more boots. Question is, where did I save those boots?
Necromancer Dark says at Nefficus get food, so meds.
Oh yeah, these ones are kind of wild. Hold on. Oh, I can't open them in the fucking WebP files. I hate WebP files. Okay, now that I've saved that, I can delete the WebP file. These ones are wild. I wouldn't make these, but I saved them because they were interesting. Nev, go get food. So meds. Knife. Yep. The colors were sort of on level. I'm trying to find where I saved those other boots. Because there were a couple that were kind of nice. Maybe it's in this folder. I was doing image system management last night when I couldn't sleep. Because everything is saved everywhere. So I was moving all of the Demora stuff to a folder called Demora Organize. Now here they are. So there were some blue ones. I just like the style with the ties, because that looks like it would be relatively easy to put them on. There's another one that had some really nice embroidery on it. So these are cloth shoes, which makes them not waterproof, but I'm trying to think of a way to waterproof cloth shoes. Oh, there's Stream Boo, didn't I? But I feel like, because I know that barefoot shoes have lots of, they're easy to make, and I don't need lots of structure in them, because that's the point of a barefoot shoe. It's basically just oh, you know a way to make cloth shoes waterproof? Let's see. I had some really nice embroidery saved. I don't know, because I can't see. Where's those ones with the goldfish on them? You should describe it so I know what you're saying. Where are those other boots? This is why I normally have things organized by category. Yeah, the reason I want to go with barefoot shoes is because they're more comfortable, and I find them better for my back, which I always have problems with. So, like the tabby are considered to be barefoot shoes, where it's just like a thin sole of rubber with a cloth cover sewn to it. Apparently, what I'm looking for is not in this folder. Your princess is another castle. Okay. I can't find it. That's infuriating. Can't find it. Okay. Well, there was this really nice like goldfish embroidery on one of the boots. There was stuttering, static, and audio was going up and down a warbling sound. That's really weird. Yep, that is pretty strange. Are you referring to the Nighthawk and Lights video? Because like the leather boots I have, they're waterproof. Well, yeah, yeah. The leather boots I have are waterproof, but I don't my feet don't sweat in them. So it's like, how does that work? I guess I'll just have to test it. Uh, I'll probably test his method and then see if that see if that works. But I think this little style of boot would be really cute. They will lose their waterproofing. What, the leather boots or the fabric ones? Yeah, the blue ones are kind of nice. Depending on how far I go with Nameless's color design. Um, but I am looking at those more deep sea blues for the accessories. And I really like this bright blue underneath the like clear silvery seafoam white. Leather stuff called dubbin will retain leather waterproofing and keep the leather supple. Dubbin and mink oil. But dubbin has the beeswax, which is why it waterproofs. Okay. Yeah, I do have to treat my leather boots, but my dad does have mink oil and stuff. Why did you buy blue and turquoise linen? Could you sell your linen so that you can get the money to buy your green stuff? Oh yeah, yeah. My dad had to keep his military boots like polished and stuff. So he's got all the stuff for polishing and taking care of leather and whatnot. Unless your leather is really soiled and you need a specialty leather cleaner, yeah. Well, mine's just dusty from Conquest. The boots, they came treated. They didn't say they needed any treatment, so I'm assuming they came treated. For polish or cleaner? My dad has like a whole shoe polishing kit for his military boots when he was in the military, so that's one of those memory triggering smells. And polishing his boots in the morning before work. I wouldn't be surprised. He knows a lot of things. I found out recently that that he had actually broken his ankle too. I didn't know that either. He was actually apparently doing a NATO training simulation thing where he was one of the not instructors but assessors for the test, and he slipped on a patch of black ice and snapped his ankle. Just when he was supposed to drop a little bomblet on the bunker. So he waited until he was supposed to drop his bomblet, and he hobbled over to the actual to the gate guard at the bunker, and he's like, you know, this is your notification that you've had a bomb dropped on your bunker. And no guffin, basically no shit. I have broken my ankle, or I've broken my leg. This is an actual emergency. And so, like, the NATO military ambulance had to come and take him, and take him back to the base hospital. So they actually did work with NATO, which is really neat. Like with the peacekeepers and that. So I didn't know that. I also know that I didn't know that he had broken an ankle. Yeah. Everything was dry except for that one spot. And he hit it. And he hit it hard. It was like a year before I was born. And he was telling me the story, and then my mom started crying. I was sitting there on the couch and started crying. My mom's very, very sensitive to things that she found stressful in the past. The blue hats? That's a term I haven't heard before. But yeah, he was like one of the training assessment people. Oh, the peacekeepers. Oh, okay. You see, my dad was in the Air Force, and their hats were blue. So were their uniforms. So you say blue hats, and I'm like, well, my dad had a blue hat. He still has his hat. Oh, okay. Yeah, I at one point also wanted to join the NATO peacekeepers. I didn't know they're called the Blue Hats, but they're pretty cool guys. I mean, their job is to help people, not specifically fight them. But ooh, we have a link. Ah, yes, yes. I can see why they were called the Blue Hats. I mean, they had to know how to fight. I did not see your comment. Sorry, it was, your first idea was a Viking pirate. I mean, you could probably still use those colors in some way, because, you know, it's good to have variations. And layering texture and color can really help bring a character together. It's okay, Neff. Fantasy will remind you if you don't respond to her. That's some pricey linen. You know, I'm sure we could work something out. We could work out possible color combinations, especially if the blue and turquoise linen will go with the colors, go with the shade of green that you have. You can probably use that linen still in a way that will work. How many meters of each did you buy? Because that sounds like a lot for linen. Linen is very expensive, but also... Oh, there's cheese. Tesla was downstairs last I saw. And it sounds like he's still downstairs. But yeah, if you could send me a well lit picture, preferably in like cool natural light of your linen, and then show me which color that you actually want for Solix. And if you've decided more on his character, we can make a little like rough sketch for you. 100% linen in the store was super picky, only takes the natural fabrics. For linen, he goes to Belgium. Yeah, well, they do grow a lot of flax in Belgium. I think flax is probably one of their stronger import or exports. But it's good for growing linen. They're good at it. In ancient China, the peasants used hemp, and the nobility used silks. Pretty much, yeah. Or, you know, it could be a cool day. I see atmospheric colors. I can't really explain it, but, like, during the summer, I know it's gonna be a hot day when it's, like, the color of butter outside. Shifting more towards, like, reds and oranges. The sky just looks a different color when... depending on the weather. Not just the sky, but the light. It's the light itself. And like, you know how light has a color temperature, right? It's like that. There's butter outside. Go get it! Like this guy. Just, nah. If fantasy is a boop, my snoot. It is the boop snoot. Like the doop snoot. But it is the snoot that gets booped. The boop snoot. You guys haven't done that in so long. Lick it for science! This is the scientific fields by can you lick it or not. And Neff is also booped my snoot. It is the boop snoot, like the doop snoot, but it's a lot less weird, much more cute. It is the snoot. Like it's booped, the boop snoot. Gotta make it a little bit different. Okay, well, there's a Dendronia leadership panel, which means TGIF is getting pushed back. But I know you don't sleep, so we'll see. I can't promise anything. It could be directly after stream too. We could do that. God, I haven't drawn anything again. Why is Nameless so hard to design for? Like, I'm looking at the coral thing and I'm like, that's really pretty. But I probably wouldn't use it. Spent all that time working on it. Could be now. No, I don't think Fantasy wants to be on stream. My Windows taskbar is doing that thing again where it stays hidden. Why? Why are you doing this to me, Windows? Oh, you sent me a DM? Oh, okay, okay. Let's close that folder. Close Steam. I have permission to put this up on stream. Okay. We have a cute thing to share from Mule Juice. I like your baguette wrist rest. It's amazing. This is the noodle boy with the great spaghetti cargo. Who me know I stayed until 4 a.m. last night. My voice is not good for stream. I sound like a cheese grater. You don't sound like a cheese grater. You actually have a very cute voice, Fantasy. Yeah, this is Cargo. He is Spaghetti Boy. He's just a big long orange noodle. He is a sweetie bean. Oh, Sai called me last night at like 1 in the morning. She was having a bad night, so I talked to her. And we talked about the boys and how much I miss Velcro and his snuggly butt. Yeah, Velcro's the same way. He just wants to be snuggled all the time. His name is so ridiculously appropriate for him. He's very fluffy. Didn't they say he was a medium hair or a short hair cat? They lied. Because he's definitely like medium long. He's very soft and very gentle and very sweet. I hope he stays as a lanky, skinny boy. They're both labeled as medium hair. Ah. He's a soft bean. But yeah, coral thing. Probably not gonna keep that. Where is that folder? There's the coral thing. Let me turn that off. As much as I really love that thing, probably not gonna keep it. Medium or long hair. I stay. Is it pure? I don't know what that word is. Pure brohet? Brofet? He's going to be a full long hair fluffy boy from the looks of it. Yeah, probably. Baguette? Is it pure baguette cat or house cat? So sometimes I can't fully decipher Fantasy's words. Yeah, nothing on you, Fantasy. It's some words are really hard to spell for people who are not English native. And especially since some of those words are French words. Like baguette. Baguette? Yogurt? Ugh, I keep trying to go down to my taskbar to bring up my window, but I have to Alt-Tab now. What else am I looking for? Okay, that can turn off. Language can turn off. Oh, those are the claws. We'll put this in a folder. Turn off that folder. Oh my god. Okay, there we go. Puzzle stuff. So renaming my layers so I know what's where. This thing. I need a copy of this. We're going to merge this layer down. Merge selected. There we go. I'm gonna have to make some changes to this. My dumb spelling is not there. I tried to make a dumb joke. What I tried to write was he's a purebred cat, or not. But instead bread, I used baguette. Oh! He's a bread cat. Yeah, pure baguette cat. Purebred. Cats do tend to loaf. They do. Bread cat is a meme. Loaf cat. Some words are incredibly hard to spell even for native speakers. That is true. You just look at like half the internet and the way they talk. Okay, so for the leftover collar piece, I wanted to fix the design for it. It's actually got a little extra metal piece on it. That has some lighter design stuff. Where's this shadow color? We'll take a bit darker one. Too dark. We'll just scribble some design into it real fast. So it's actually kind of nice because it's got lots of detail. They are loafing around. He's a mutt of something. No idea what he actually is. I picked him up from a rescue after choosing him and being chosen. Melted into a in for a cuddle right away once picked up. Yeah, something, yeah. I figured that was a mix-up there. He could be a forest cat. He does have a lot of the Norwegian forest cat feature. I might have to drill some extra holes into this, or I could tie around this part. And have a tassel come out the bottom here. Actually, all of this would be the same color, typically. And then you get one of these like gold end caps that goes on it, so it'll be more like this. And then pearl color. So I could do something like this to dress up the end of the remnant. Good morning, Ross. How you doing? Hope you're having a good day. And if you're not, we'll make you have a good day. And that's a threat. So I think, I think that's all we're gonna do to that. Probably going to use the same kind of cordage to put a loop. So that it can attach to the attached to somewhere as like a little jewelry piece. I keep grabbing the bar. So that's probably the update to that. I'm tired and trying to get myself motivated to do things. Be sure, at least trying to be sure all the shots. I need to get overseas cooking food before it goes bad and before my nephew comes back. Also take your meds. Yep, take your meds. Oh, that's in. I had just put my cup to my lips just as that came in, and I paused to take that sip. When Medic has a bad day, Medic, you know what? Fuck you. Starts to unheal the patient. Plaster check. Everybody on Shrimpdine Spines. Become formerly known as Conclapster. I took a little bit of a stretch there. But, yeah. Oh. Get those little side stretches in. Stretch your legs out. Just make sure you move them. Wiggle your toes. Just like wiggle all of you. Go back and forth like seaweed in the ocean currents. Okay, so that's one little thing. Little tiny piece of work fixed. Awesome. I do want to incorporate something like this. And I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to I think we have some brass, like sheet brass in the garage that I might be able to use to make my own. Yeah, you don't kill a doctor's patients. Don't do that. But yeah, I think I've got some sheet brass in the garage. If not, I can get some pretty easily, and do similar to what Kit did with his whatchamacallit, his chasing and embossing video. Peace was never an option. It's like fighting a goose. But yeah, a necklace kind of like this. This guy's got something like that going on up here. It's just, the 2025 version of the costume was supposed to be like more adventurous, moving around. What, M1 grenades? Yeah. Oh, sorry. Garand. Okay. I wouldn't know that. I've never really been into guns, so yeah. I do a lot of staring at this document. I really do. I'm donating my old lantern, which is the like plant thing that I made. I'm donating that to Dendronia. I'm gonna fix it up and turn it into sort of a nice thing that's a little bit more robust than it is now. It's one of the few pew pews I was able to try out when America Land. Ooh. Ow, my shoulder hurts. I went and rubbed my shoulder. Oh, it's all red. Ugh. I had my COVID shot yesterday, and yeah, it sucks. And it's itchy. My arm is all hard. I hate the COVID shot. COVID vaccine sucks. The flu vaccine is nothing in comparison. I also want to make one of these. It's an incense thing. So you put like a bead of incense in it. Something that smells really, really powerful. And so you just have this aura that follows you around. But I love the carving on this thing. I mean, I don't think I know anybody who likes needles. Yeah, Arias last year had like an incense thing. Uh, I don't know if it was like this, but she had something that caused a scent on her that it made her smell like cinnamon and spice and the like autumnal scents. She smelled kind of like Christmas wherever she went, and it was great. And I would like to do something like that for Nameless. It was really neat. A tea diffuser? Yeah. I like tea. Tea is good. God, I'm just all over the place today. I want to find that balance between like casual but also like refined and adventurous. So, like I'm trying to find the balance between this and this. And I can't quite get it. And every time I try and draw something, it just disappears from my head. And this one's kind of cute. It's a little bit maid-like, though. It's got, like, the little frilly maid collar. It's kind of weird. And the bows are not something that would be suitable. Like, this is fine, but this is too girly. Nameless already gets called a girl enough. And his excuse for why he looks so feminine and comes across fairly feminine is because he was made into an immortal, like, just very early on to an adulthood where, like, the manliness has not come in yet. Yeah, that's what I was thinking, fantasy. Because I am joining the stewards, so I would need something a little bit more uh regal if I'm going to like a really important diplomatic thing. But changing in the middle of the day at Conquest is such a pain too. And I can't really do a lot of adventuring, but I need to find some kind of balance. Which is part of the reason why, like, things like the claw covers that I can just carry in a pouch and slip on when I'm going into, like, a meeting or something is nice because it's something you can add that's lightweight, small, easy to carry around. And accessories like jewelry. So, like the necklace, and also I think Nameless would like the necklace thing because oh, let me create a new folder. Because he's so used to wearing the collar, but now the collar's broken. Well, let's grab the circle brush. It's too thin. The best part is it's just a circle. Enough is saying words I don't understand. Essentially, the tunic I want to make for Solix, but the pattern is $15. I mean, first of all, that's a children's size. So taille enfant, that's children's size. So you would have to adjust the pattern. unless they had one for adults. And depending on your linens, I could see you being able to use your other colors. Uh, I mean, that pattern's not that difficult. Depending on your other colors, they could go with whatever shade of green that you're intending to buy, and then you would still be using bump it up to fantasy size. Okay, I'm just warning you that PDF document is child size, but yes, you can scale up PDFs and print them. Thurible is a can on chains that burns incense, usually seen by priests swaying it back and forth. Yeah, the little hold on a sec. This little thing down here is specifically for holding incense, and it's a Middle Eastern / Asian thing. That thank you for the hydrate. Ah, yes, those things. I love it how, like, the lid is in the middle of flying off. I know it's held on by the three or four chains there, but it looks like it's about to just go flying. Okay, I'm gonna have to bring everything down so I can get my taskbar back, because it's driving me nuts. There we go. Yay, it's back! A sensor, yes. Yeah, the way they did it in Asia is they had these just little they're like lockets with lots of holes in them, and then they would put something that was it was like various oils and like spices and aromatics, and it would all get sort of bound together with like a resin or something, and they could roll it into little balls. It's kind of the way they made regular incense that you burned. They would do the same thing, so it'd be like made with like sandalwood shavings and stuff. Not shavings, but like ground into dust, like sawdust levels. Yeah, incense supplier also has the resin one. Ooh, you should link me, because I'm looking to either make my own or buy one. I just haven't decided what kind of scent that Nameless would like to carry around with him. But yeah, that's definitely something I want to make. One thing I've been trying to get and been failing to find are these golden these golden bells. I can find them in silver, but I can't find them in gold right now. I wish I had bought the ones that I had seen that I had on my wish list, because they don't exist anymore. There's like a 20 pack of those kinds of golden bells are called palace bells. But I've only seen them in silver for like the last 10 months. I might have to go specifically to Temu. Sorry, I went looking. Oh shit! I accidentally opened Scrivener. Oh, that's gonna take a little bit. Uh, I went looking very briefly on Amazon. They still don't. They only have them in silver. Found this thing. It's. What am I doing? Crikey. My brain is not working optimally. They want $66 for this thing. It's like a plastic bead. This thing doesn't look like it's actually metal. And then they've got this stupid, like, bathroom chain in bright yellow on it. I understand the enamel parts are a little bit extra work, but, for $66, no thank you. But this is one of those incense holders, so it's just basically like a little clasp thing. And there's Scrivener finally opening. Let's close that again. Breakfast and pills time. Oh yeah. Shipping on orders over $99. Oh, wow. Yeah, they've got Canadian cedar. Oof. Y'all stay away from that. Braided sweetgrass? That sounds cute. Oh, these are specifically resin things. Tree bark mirror. Interesting. Interesting. So they actually make stuff from natural ingredients. Nice. So many DMs. Shipping is absurdly expensive. Shipping is always expensive. Okay, well, that seems like a neat place. No residue like the cheap incense you order from India. Handmade in Quebec. Oh. How far into Quebec? You should go there. Now here's the question. We're gonna have we're gonna have a tassel here. And we have the tassels on the bag. Do we want to put more tassels on the necklace like this one? Oh. Tesla pushed open my door, I think. Or Cheese pushed open my door to let Tesla in. Cheese, can you bring up his food? I think he's looking for it.
No, he's not.
No? What he's looking for is...
Sardine.
What? Oh, you gave him some sardines?
For him a bit of sardine.
Oh, did he take it?
No, but he already appears to have eaten, so
Yeah, well, I gave him his breakfast, his kibble.
he's not hungry.
Yeah, do you want to refill his water for me, please?
In the bathroom, sure, yeah.
Oh, okay. The bathroom is occupied. Ooh, stained your sink orange. Could possibly drive to the shop in Quebec, but there are shops local to us carry some of their products. Fair enough. Fantasy says, hi, cheese! I don't know if you heard him, but he went, hi, from the other room. But I do kind of like the, having the bells. And the tassels. Oh, that is not the color I wanted. What color was that? That's kind of a nice plum purple. Huh. Accidental color blending grab there. Turned out to be a very nice color. These are all very rough concepts. Yeah, put that there. You know, hanging tassels from all the bells doesn't really work. I'm trying to make it different. Starting to look like a dream catcher. We'll just replicate what we've got for design over there, and then modify it. Because I also have to have the beads to be able to do this. Because he's... What I'm doing with Nameless is moving him more towards a fortune teller, mysticism kind of thing. Scholar. Because I can't fight. My body's just not suited to that. I've got a video queued up for silk painting. So once I've got a good design down, I might try some of that. I do have silk dyes. My mom used to make silk scarves as a hobby. And so we have all sorts of dyes for painting silk and dyeing silk. They're really, really nice. And they need to be used up, so maybe I'll look into using those. But yeah, I want to use lots of like red ties and tassels as my accent for things. Oh, here's my mom. Mm-hmm. feel like just ending the bells like that doesn't really work either. It's kind of silly. It's probably because it's you can't see any of the design work. I might just have to get the silver bells and spray paint them too, which would also suck. Because also for Namos's horns, if we go just create a quick layer on top, I also have a little chain that dangles down here, and it has a little red gem on it and a white pearl and pearls here. So something that's not in the picture that is on the character. And of course he's got a little dangly gold thing here as well. It's more behind his horn, so you don't normally see it. It's actually quite long. And I want to switch out the dangly piece for the hairpin that I got that has a little light in it. So he'll have this little glowing piece back here behind his horn. And other than that, I'm just not sure what shape to give his clothes. I really vibe with this. And if I bring up his old design board, I think it's on here. No. I have to open up the other file. We'll just bring in the JPEG rather than opening up the whole file. The biggest impos were these two in the corner. And I definitely haven't moved away from the markings and tattoos. Ugh, that's expensive. That's terrifying. It was terrifyingly expensive. Coda! Yeah, I thought size meds are expensive. They're like 10 grand a year. How you doing, Cora?
Where's the cat?
What?
Where's the cat?
What do you mean, where's the cat? He's here somewhere. Why are you worried about him?
Well, he got out of his.
Can you close the door a little bit? He was in here. He might be hiding under your bed if there was a lot of activity out there. He'll come out eventually. You're doing good? That's good, that's good. I did a little bit of language stuff. We've got some words. So, we've got a couple of actual words, Cora. Unfortunately, the government pays for like 95% of it. She just met the deadline for applications for that. And unfortunately, that's good, that's good. Words, yes! So, pizza is the equivalent of, you know, just shut it. Or shut up. Silence. It's really, really direct. What is you? So if you say pizza what? It's like saying STFU. It's very direct, very informal. Yep. Shut it, you. If you say it with more inflection and more harshness, the more you mean it. So, like, you know, when you're joking with your friends and you say, "Oh, yeah, shut the fuck up." Yeah, you wouldn't. Yeah, no, you. STFU, basically. Should ask my wifey how much these heart meds will cost in the US. Probably like $30,000 a month. So yeah, we had some language happen. Language stuff. I'm gonna have to start reorganizing all of this. Because it's getting a bit crowded in here. What's this? We'll keep that one up. I think we can turn this one off. And that one. I don't think we're going to use that. Okay. Leather order delivered. Ooh. Look, it's the only Demora that I know. I'm building a whole species and culture from the bottom up here. As things are necessary. I do have inspiration for the modern, quote-unquote, Fifth Island princess. Where's that one? Thank you for the hydrate, Cora. What Name was saying, how would he say in his tongue? Keep in mind, his version of Demora is the Demora that he knows, and it's been 700 years, and we all know how language works. 700 years is a long time for language. And so there's actually two branches of Demora. There's the Demora that are the former slaves, and then there's the Demora who are native Demora. And that's 700 years of diversion between those two groups. So it would be essentially two different languages depending on how much the slave Demora actually cared to keep up their language. This folder is the one where it is. No? Don't tell me it's in the organized folder. I don't want to go through it again. But I'm starting to branch out to different characters and different types of characters. It's not that one. So, like, Nameless's experience in the Demore Nation is actually pretty negative. Essentially, yes. That's a good way to describe it. Moral right in land and Nameless rights in cuneiform. Alright, running the shop before the lunch crowd swoops in and takes all the good stuff. Stream will probably be over by the time we get back, so I'm gonna have a good rest of your day-night cycle. Pest you on Discord. Unless you go to sleepies. Alright, see you, Neff. Yeah, I've got the Dendronia meeting today. There's supposedly a leadership panel. And Fantasy wanted to chat with me. Yes, I write grain as my name. What? Hi, Demora. Hello, Demora. Yeah. Demora has that formal and informal system as well. Best of luck with raising the freshly dead. Enjoy your nap in the shade, Ross. So much is happening. But yeah, Nameless is sort of interaction with the Demora people as a whole has been very negative, because his princess was, well, she was a nasty bitch. This is the inspiration for his princess. Well, as close as I could find. She's pretty. But she's also very mean. The Ninth Island is always... The islands are ranked by, like, economic output, basically. And the Ninth Island is kind of poor. In comparison to the other islands. I mean, they're still they have everything they need, more or less, but the Ninth Island Princess was one of those, you know, Viva la France types. But nobody dares goes against a Demora princess. Whereas, like, the modern Fifth Island princess that took everybody away from the islands, she was more, like, playful, friendly type. She was just naturally powerful. But this is more her inspiration. She's kind, sweet, gentle. She doesn't assassinate people as much. The Fifth Island are really known for their scholars. And a little bit more open to new ideas. Whereas the Ninth Island Princess during Nameless's time was vicious, murderous, violent. But she's separated by like 2 generations of Demora from even Nameless's princess. You know, we're talking like 500 years. First time chat from Jin ZF. Or Jin ZF? I don't know if you want Z or Z. Jinx ZF. Hello. Hi. I saw the Jin, and the X just left me. Jinx. Just Jinx. Okay. Hi, Jinx. Hi, Jinx. How you doing? How did you find us? Thank you for coming by. The 2 names we have from the oldest written language. Half-grains is part of their names. Nice. I mean, if your name was important enough to be written down, I could see why grain would be part of their name, actually. Random drop in the LARP section? Oh yeah! We're designing LARP character right now. Welcome. Welcome. Yes, we're actually working on my character for Conquest of Mythodia. So if you're familiar with LARP, and you know what Mythodia is. But welcome! Yes, there's a lot of LARPers in here. Also a lot of random people. We've got a pretty good crew. Yeah! Someone arouse Conquest! Chaos Bean! They're more likely titles rather than names. That makes sense. I mean, early civilization, once we started writing stuff and agriculture and that, grain was very, very, very important. So I can see why their names or their titles would have made historical relevance. Hey, I'm close to Beekaline, man. Beekaline is much closer to me, especially since I just recently moved back to Ottawa. So, yeah. But Conquest is the first major LARP that I had gone to because I won a Conquest. So I got a free ticket to Conquest, and I just had to pay my way there, and now I'm stuck. I go there. This character here, that is my VTuber, is the character that I play. More Canadians, woo! Yeah, my French is terrible, but Beekaline is much closer to me than Conquest. But I am also with the Skilltree YouTube channel's Camp Dendronia at Conquest. So if you want more North Americans to go with, there are several of us. As far as I know, I'm the only Canadian in the group who's shown up consistently. I usually bring people maple syrup. And it never gets used. So at the end of the event, I'm like, if anybody wants to take any maple syrup... And people come with random bottles and they're like, I want some. And I'm like, it's been here the whole time. Why didn't you use it? Well, I'll just have to bring an even smaller bottle next year. Yes, yes, I spend the entire year saving for it, especially since independent artist makes no money. This is how I make my money for Conquest. But yeah, it's a lot of fun, and if you want people to go with, I go, and other people from North America also go, and there are a few North American groups. You need to get more funny keyboards. Oh, like digital ones? Okay, yeah. You want the funny C, what the oh God, what's it called? The one with the little it's like, what's up? The C that's got the little S thing on the bottom. What's it called? Can't remember, but the one that's like that. Yeah. Yeah, Empire. One of our guys, unfortunately, got kicked out of our camp, uh, out of our little org because he was too rough, and he's like, "Oh yeah, I'm going to Empires because I can actually hit people there and not get in trouble." And I'm like, "Bro," because he accidentally gave someone a nosebleed because he played too hard. Oh, I do have the funny, funny P. An F. Yeah, and he's like, "Oh, I don't care if I get injured," and I'm like, "You will care when you're my age," because he was like 20 or 22. It's Thorn, yeah, the funny P. I'll go do SCA or yeah. Uh, and I tried to explain to him, I'm like, "Yeah, I got an injury that's it's creeping up on me at my age. I am late old, but I got an injury back in like the mid 2000s in my knee, and it crept up on me, and I sat down with this guy and I had a conversation with him like one on one. I'm like, look, you may not care about the injuries now, but you will care about them later. From one person to another, I will pass my wisdom on to you. Take care of your body now when you're young, because when you're old, it's gonna be a problem. 33? Okay, you're old enough. We do feel it. Yeah, we do. I just turned 40 this year, so just before Conquest. And I'll tell you, I'm feeling it. I've got to go get an X-ray for my knee. Ironically, not the knee that I injured in the 2000s. Yep, old. I'm old. Get off my lawn! Oh, so have you been to Biko? Are you with any guilds? Or with a guild? Because I think you can only be in one. You're very active at Biko. Oh, nice. Yeah, I haven't been to Biko yet, because it's sometimes at the same time as Conquest. And oh, you're nice and close. Yeah, I'm still like 2 hours out. Yeah. You're much closer than Ottawa, that's for sure. Oh, you're one of their... Damn. Maybe I watch you already. Do you put content up on YouTube? Man, that means you're close to Artisan d'Azur. Jealous. White armor and pink. I have seen you in videos. Oh, we have an expert LARPer here, guys. I feel like a small bean. I've only gone to Conquest for 2 years. Before that, I did in the early 2010s, so like 2012, 2013. I did a Vampire Masquerade LARP at my university that was run by a couple of my friends. Nah, you're a seasoned veteran now. You're definitely one of the seasoned veteran LARPers. It's all vibes here, anyways. I've done some costume design for my friends, so I guess I gotta bring that up. I can't design my own shit apparently, but I can design for other people just fine. Where's my art in progress last year? We'll bring up Arias. If you've seen some of the Conquest videos, you've probably seen her, because the photographers were following her around this year. She did such a good job making my design. She didn't get to any of the like really nice embroidery that I designed for her, but so yeah, I did her boyfriend's as well. God damn it. My taskbar has disappeared again. Where's Dell? Whoops. And yeah, they look pretty rad. Yeah, the people at Conquest, they're pretty hardcore when it comes to their kit. Yeah, they looked so good. And the reason I didn't design any of their wings is they already had their wings designed, and Dell was putting in LEDs in the wings. There were 3,000 LEDs per wing. So Arias would just come through camp at night and she'd be talking to someone, and then she'd turn around and you'd just be like, it's like a nuclear blast to the face. Oh, welcome back, Ross. Yeah, we're sort of like puttering around with the idea of starting our own LARP. A bunch of us are looking at buying some land in northern Ontario and starting like a homestead thing, because life has become so unaffordable. We're just like, you know what? We like to wear our LARP costumes all the time, just as like regular clothes. I do every day. I just wear whatever I want. I don't wear normal clothes anymore. And we're like, well, why don't we just start a LARP? So we were looking at doing that, but none of us have any money at the moment. So I gotta get me like a government job here, because I just moved back to help with my parents because they're getting pretty old. Normal clothes, yeah. No, normal clothes are so boring. I'm looking a lot at like Chinese Hanfu, and I'm just like, they're having a Hanfu revival in China right now. Last like 6 or 7 years. And so they call the ones that aren't historically accurate fairy clothes. It's really cute, actually. And it's just sort of like become this new cultural thing. And so designed my character's species based on a mix of ancient China, Japan, and Polynesia. But they're demons. So they like to curse people. No! Path. I've been pillowed. Yep, we're called the Demora. At least that's the human name for them. I don't know what their actual name is. Oh, here comes my brother. It's Cheese.
Just got a cough in the garage. God damn it, I hate cars.
Yep, my brother's leaning over my shoulder.
Called lurking.
Yes, it's called lurking. And we have a new person in chat now.
Hello, new person in chat.
Cheese is a silly man.
Only on Tuesdays.
Only on Tuesdays, yeah. Sup, nerd? I'm trying to convince him to go to a LARP or to Conquest or something. I do not have a good body, so I cannot fight. My body's in pain, so I have not fought at Conquest yet, but I want to. And I want to make some LARP-safe claws. Ah, my taskbar! So, I have a... Oh, Cheese has already left. He keeps coming in looking for the cat. Because we've never had a pet in this house before. Other than fish, but fish don't qualify. They're more like ornaments. But I want to make LARP-safe claw weapons. Because the Demora can transform their regular claws, which would be the normal ones, just nails, into a more flexible, well, the claws themselves in reality wouldn't be flexible. They'd be extremely sharp and dangerous. Oh, gotta get back to work? Okay. Thank you for the follow.
_ZF is visiting the island.
I stream every weekday, Monday to Friday at 9 a.m. Eastern. So if you want to come back for more LARP design stuff, we're doing that. We do that a lot. We do a lot of art. But thanks for coming by. It's good to know someone who's quote unquote local. More Canadians. The Maple Legion grows. Oh, my taskbar is cutting in. Skocha? Is that how you say that again? Cora and his fancy ancient words. Shitocha? Shikocha? Shiocha. Shiocha. I'll remember it one of these days. Shio-cha. Maybe that's what the Demora call themselves. What did you call me? Now, is it Shiocha or Sheocha? That is the question. Chiosha. Cora just confuses me all the time. I'm too dumb to be around him. I gotta figure out where I drew the C. Not there. Just drawing things on random layers, and I'm just like, where is this? It should not have been on that layer, because it was on the layer for this thing. Okay, let's try and turn off some more things here. You can turn that off. Now, I know I don't want to go with dark colors, because I will roast to death. If it's sunny out, I will roast to death. We're gonna turn off the puzzle bag, because that's in the way. I'm gonna get the hat kind of out of the way. I'm gonna make this smaller, because it doesn't need to be so big. There. Cows are really good at moving on. Tell that to the Isle of Right. Is it right or white? Oh god, the coffee is so good today. I think this one is... yeah, okay. This one has to go in the reference folder. I think my brother's gonna go pick up his car. These are the booties. Where is this thing? Okay, this thing is here. I'm gonna bring that up to where I have the other things available. And shapes wise, make the barrel whites. Okay, white. Okay. Because I think there's also a right, like Isle of Right, or maybe I just read it wrong because dyslexia. Alright, where is my doodle thing here? Alright. Shapes. Oh no. Yeah, I'm not even gonna try. So when designing something for your body, you have to pick things that look well on you. I need shirts that are longer because they make me look a little bit taller. And having stuff directly around my waist, because I am large, having stuff directly around my waist just... oh no, dyslexia. Yeah. See, that was really hard for me to look at. I looked at that and I'm like, I can't read that. But yeah, if I put stuff like directly on my waist, like lots of fabric, it just tends to get really big and makes me look like extra round. But I had this shirt a long time ago that was was kind of like this. It had really long sleeves and a wide boat neck. And it actually looked really well on me, having that really long kind of shape to it, especially the longer sleeves. The problem I'm encountering is right here. It's not good to have such an open neck because I will just light on fire. I will become cooked lobster very quickly at Conquest if I do that. So I have to find a way to simulate this shape while keeping full coverage. Like a true demon. It's more like a vampire, you just burn up in sunlight. Yep, I hear the garbage truck. That's why I sort of made this kind of neckline on the shirt. And it looked much better in more layers than less. I also have a tendency to look better in shapes that draw away from the waistline, which is why the side thing worked so well. Demon, vampire, same thing to the Victorians. Fair enough. And so for the last couple of years, I have not been playing to the strengths of shapes for my body. Mostly because I've always run out of time to make the thing. So I'm usually making stuff in a rush. The shirt I made this last year was actually turned out really well. I hate having to... God damn it. Sorry. I closed my folder and I couldn't get to my my taskbar again. Design files. So the shirt I made this year actually turned out really, really well. It looked pretty good on me. I made it too short because initially it was too long and then I was really running low on time. So I just folded the fabric in half and used that as my spring heel jack. Okay. I used that as my the length of my shirt. So instead of being too long, it was too short, and it was like... I wanted to make it more this length, and it ended up being more this length. So I think if I made the shirt longer, it would be better. What am I doing? I'm trying to get back to this. Now, I definitely need to go with more pouches, so we want to have space for the big puzzle pouch, which will definitely be quite large in comparison to, say, my other belt pouch, which is considerably smaller, the one that I bought at Conquest this year. And I've got two other pouches that I bought at the medieval fair. But I think this one's going to have its own belt. whereas the other ones used my regular belt, which I'm gonna have to get some hardware for. And I like the idea, like how this one has this little side piece here. It's an additional big piece of fabric, but it looks like it's also got kind of the like Victorian trail design, where it's kind of like that. It's hard for me to draw. I think it goes like this. Something like that. But I like that sort of layered ruffle kind of thing it's got going on here. Because it sort of mimics that little bit of the shirt that I want. The necklace might help with that sort of like boat neck collar kind of deal going on. This is all very rough, by the way. Thanks for the hydrate, Cora. I have really been very much putting off designing stuff on stream. I do all sorts of yapping, just avoiding this process. This pouch is more this color. This pouch too. I did like the black collar that I had on this shirt. I think I need to make it a little bit smaller than I had. You know, I'm gonna create a new layer, color over that. This is extremely rough. Now, one thing I did like was having the t-shirt sleeves. But I think I would like maybe a double trim. So we're basically bringing this shirt back Having the natural white cotton underneath was really nice. Very rough. And there's the option of doing some really bright coordinating colors. The Demora like bright colors, I think, but not too bright. So that would be like too much. But like that fire orange or coral orange. Maybe black? Nah. Are you going for a 3-hour stream? I have no idea. Probably. I really wasn't feeling well when I woke up this morning, and I haven't really changed the stream title to reflect that I've got a little bit of energy back. Oops. I think I would need to make this longer, actually. This is starting to enter a little bit more Mongolian sort of tribal Polynesian look here. For some reason, I'm getting like Breath of the Wild vibes. I don't know why. Maybe it's the teal. Perhaps. Instead of a white underlayer, what if we went with like a brighter color? And then did the did some nice big sleeves over top. This is so messy. We could theoretically still have the white sleeves underneath, actually. We'll just create a new layer. Okay. Grab this fish gray here. This fishy silver. Like go hand in hand with the hat. Like I said, this is all very rough. This one has to go here. Yep. We'll go with like a translucent look. And then we'll erase a bit as we have some like embroidery. Less embroidery at the bottom, I think. Duplicate that. Wait. That's what I want to duplicate, and then we want to erase this little bit here. Come on, meow. Yeah, layer order here. What are we doing? Get that nice, bright, tropical sea blue. Which means perhaps I'm going to take this. Maybe turn this white. Still not sure how I feel about that. The white isn't right. It's just not right. That is... Hello? Where did I put this? I haven't been naming my layers. Me, I'm still not sure about the shape of that shirt. Moving things into layers here. Okay. I think we just delete that. This is like the laziest, fastest drawing ever. Trying to just get some design concepts out. Ugh. If people have suggestions, I am more than willing to listen. Wow, that's bright. Just invert the colors. I never know what's gonna help. Just get rid of that. I hate all of it. I tried going with like shapes that look well on me, shapes that I know how to make. And it just didn't work. But that's what design is like. Yep, 2026-1 is a fail. But that's alright. You just turn off the folder and start a new one. 2026-2. The problem is, like, the things that I want to wear don't look well on me. And they probably won't look well on me until I'm, like, 100 pounds lighter. But I'm below 315 now, which is nice. Now I just need to lose another 100 pounds. That's hard when you can't exercise because your knee is all fucked up. I know one thing's for sure. I love the harem pants. They kept getting caught on things, so I need to make them a little bit smaller. Because I made them way too big. Sins must be confessed. Okay, bye Necromancer. Thanks for stopping by. You have a good weekend. Stream is my therapy. I definitely want to try and incorporate that layered effect, but I think it's gonna be too much for, like, the adventure wear. That's, like, formal wear. So, I think Fantasy's suggestion is gonna have to be right to have two different pieces. Tesla. Oh, the kitten nugget. He's roaming. Yeah, my brain just died. What was I thinking of? I was looking for something. Yeah, I don't know. My brain just went. I was looking for something in relation to references, but. All right, I'm just gonna end stream here today because I think my pain kicked in. AKA my painkillers wore off. So I'm just gonna go. Sorry guys. You're gonna have to do your own raid today. I think we're staying on the island this weekend. I haven't got the energy. My energy just tanked like immediately. I think my brother's cooking something and it doesn't smell good today. Something smells off. So, I'm gonna head off. Thanks for hanging out with me today. I know I wasn't productive at all. I drew a terrible design that is never going to work. It's just... But that's what happens in design. I had to redesign Arias's costume like 3 times. I had a few design options that just didn't work out. Luckily, they were like really quick sketches. One of them was just like I was full in on that design, and I scrapped the whole thing and had to start over. But then she got something really nice and cute, and she is an adorable little menace. The way her skirt bounces when she like just walks down the street, but if she's skipping down the street, you know that she's off to do something evil. Or rather, not evil, but chaotic neutral. Because she is just the embodiment of chaos and I love her. So, I'll see you guys on Monday. You all have a good weekend. Hopefully I'll be feeling better by then. Oh, there goes the hat off my geisha doll. Shaking my leg and it fell off again. Gotta glue that thing back on. Alright. Well, see you guys next week. We have a good weekend. And I love you. Bye-bye.